Hello folks and welcome to 4 Season Backpacking. Please subscribe for the latest outdoor adventure videos.
Morning guys. So I found a place to camp last night. I didn't film it, I was too tired, it was really windy. I had to be a bit stealthy because I'm actually camping right on literally on a path. Leaving enough room so people can get past the tent. It's a little path just off the Cumbria Way. Yeah, I'm not far from a little village. So guys, I had the idea of wearing my sunglasses when I'm talking at night because the light is so bright I'm using shining in my face. So yeah, it seems to be working quite well actually. I still have to close my bloody eyes though. As you can hear, it's raining, and as I said before, it was really windy last night. I mean, I wasn't sure whether the tent would hold out. Luckily, most of the wind was missing this tent. As I said, it forecast up to... Oh, I've got a bloody spider on my hand. As I say, it forecast 86 mile/hour winds, so yeah, I was a little bit nervous, to say the least, a bit nervous last night. But yeah, I'm here still, and I'm looking forward to today, because today I've got 2 nights in a pod at Great Langdale National Trust campsite, and tomorrow I might be going up Scarfell Pike, see how I feel, and then the next day after that I'll be carrying on the Cumbria Way. Okay guys, as you can hear, it's still raining outside, and rather than making a warm cup of coffee where I've got to put my stove outside and cook in the rain, I'm going to make a cold coffee with this Kenko powder. You put it in say like a little plastic bottle like I got there, put water in, shake it, and you got cold coffee. Yeah, I'll put a link in the description for these cold coffee sachets for you. Morning guys. I've said morning already, but this is where I camped last night. This is a path here actually, coming off the Cumbria Way, which is just down there. This path down here is really, this is really busy. Yeah, it's probably because it is the Halloween holidays. Is it the you call it Halloween holidays? I'm not sure. Yeah, it was the first full moon on Halloween since 1974, I believe. So I could have really got a star lapse on Halloween night with the moon, but it was so bright because the moon was out. I just didn't bother. I wish I had time lapsed it now, but I was just feeling really tired, so I didn't do it. But it's a shame because it was, like I said, it was the first full moon since 1974 on a Halloween, which is why things are happening. Well, which is why I believe things are happening anyway. This year, one of the reasons. That's my belief, my perception. But look at how much water's coming down that stream there. So guys, I've been using this tent, as you know, for years and years. That's how happy I am with it. I know this tent inside out. I'm so qualified to give an opinion on it, and it's been through all weathers, as you've seen in some of our videos. And of course now, like it hasn't leaked at all, and it can handle the winds very well, but you still want to find a sheltered spot. I mean, any tent's going to have its breaking point, so you always want to find a sheltered spot, especially like the winds here. We're supposed to be 86 miles per hour, but I didn't quite obviously didn't get the full brunt of it. This tent would not handle 86 mile per hour winds, so I don't think there's really any sort of like hiking tent that will. Unless you get like some kind of like mountain tent that weighs a couple of kilos, it's not going to handle that kind of wind. But for under £100 this tent's at the moment, and it's just so robust. I've used this on so many hikes. This particular one, I've gone through 3, but as you know, I do a lot of hiking. I've done so much hiking and wild camping, but this particular tent I got now, this has lasted for ages. I don't know, for a couple of years now I think I've had it on loads and loads of long distance hikes and wild camps, and it's still waterproof. The floor is built like a tank. It's so waterproof, the tub waterproof bottom. Like I said, I've even had it in snow. I'll put a link in the description for this tent, because I think it's exceptional value, this tent. It's not the lightest of lightweight tents, it's 1.8 kilos, but it's a tent that's going to last you. It's not flimsy, it's robust, it's built to last, it's going to keep you dry in weather like this. You're going to have a good night's sleep. Oh, and I always leave my gas cans out like this in case they leak, in case they spring a leak up here, so it doesn't fill my tent up with gas and I die in the night. But when I'm going to use them, I will put them both in my sleeping bag, this time of year because it's cold. Then I will wrap around 2 pairs of socks around one of them, put it in a plastic bag if it's raining like this, and then that'll help the gas flow a lot better in the cold. It definitely does work. I would say probably twice as fast as it would be without it, or maybe even 3 times faster flow. But without it, it is hard to cook because the gas flow is so slow. I mean, you can get gas cans that are quite expensive with specially added stuff to make the gas flow better in the cold. But to be honest, I've used those. I don't see much of a difference, to be honest, in these cheap cans. And these are like 99p a can if you buy them in bulk. I'll put a link in the description for these gas cans. Now, you can use these gas cans with a stove with a special adapter, and you can get the adapter for a couple of quid. I'll put a link in the description for that as well. But they're best used with a spider type stove. You know, with one like the one I use, you see in my videos, my stove. They're best used with that sort of thing, with the adapter. So obviously if you've got one where you're putting the gas can like that and the stove on top, it's not going to balance very well. But you can get a stand, you can get stands to put these on, but I find it's better to put them like that and with the type of stove I use. Then with the type of stove I use, I can use a windbreak as well. Okay guys, this was where I was camping last night. Everything's been picked up, no trace, all is good like it was before I got here. So I think there's a small shop at the next village, otherwise I'm going to have to get the bus into Ambleside to get a resupply and come back to my location where I left off and carry on the walk. So if it was a red rain warning, flood warning, this whole area would probably be underwater. This does flood. Even where I was camping would be underwater. But it was a yellow warning, I think, for wind rather than rain last night. Or it might have been both, but it wasn't amber or red, so I felt fairly safe camping here. But yeah, if it was amber or red, I would definitely have tried. Well, I wouldn't have camped here. I would have had to keep going. There's no way I'd camp by this river because I have seen it flooded all this underwater before in the past quite a few times. So I check into my pod in Great Langdale National Trust campsite at 3 AM. So it's still quite early, it's about 8 o'clock at the moment. So I'm quite close as well. So I've got plenty of time to go into Ambleside on the bus to get some food if I have to. I can't remember if there's a shop in this next village, so I might have to go off the trail a bit to see if the shop, I think there's a shop here, but I've got to go off trail a little bit through the village. But yeah, I can't make my mind up what I want to do. So I got to the lake with the famous view when it was dark, so I couldn't, well, I probably could have took a picture, but I was too tired, and it was raining, so I didn't want to get my fancy camera out because it's not waterproof. So I just carried on. There had been no point in filming it. It was just too dark. I did think about walking back there, but I thought, oh, what's the point? It's plenty of videos of it anyway. Even thought about going back and getting some drone footage, but I'm glad I didn't because it's still quite windy. I thought it might not be as windy this morning, but yeah, it's too windy for the Maverick Air. You can forget about the Maverick Mini. There's no way that would fly in this wind. Well guys, it's starting to clear up. It's actually stopping raining. The wind is dying down. So if I get to my pod at 3 o'clock, I'm thinking I could put my stuff in there, charge my leave batteries on charge, and go for a quick walk up the Hard Knots Pass road. Maybe get some drone footage from up there. And tomorrow, if the weather's okay, if it's really shit weather, I ain't going to bother going up Scarfell. But if the weather is okay-ish, doesn't have to be perfect, I'll go up there. It'd be nice if there's no wind and I could get some drone footage up there. I can see a rainbow over there. Paul's office. No public use, COVID-19 not in use. Pumpkins. It's a bit quiet here. Well, it is early in the morning still. It's beautiful, isn't it? There used to be a little shop, I think. Like a touristy shop. I'm sure someone famous lived there. I don't think that shop is up here. It must be another village on the way. Oh, I've gone past it. Another Herdwick. Yeah, if I can get to this shop here, I'm not going to bother with Ambleside. I can't be bothered. It's too much hassle. Plus I bet the bus is about £6 return or something. So hopefully there's a shop down here. Yeah, I probably will have to go there if I can't find a shop. So possibly there's a shop in this village. I'm loving these old slate path. Beautiful day, but I think it's only going to last 2 hours. But then of course the forecasts change all the time. Look at these lovely colours, man. Absolutely stunning. There's a Wainwright Inn. I've been past this so many times. I've walked past it so many times, been past it on the bus so many times. But you know what? I don't think I've ever been in there for a drink. Yeah, I remember now. The shop is just down here. I hope it's open. Otherwise I'm going to have to get a bus in to Ambleside. I think the Cumbria Way, sorry, goes up here. I'll check the colours of those trees, man. Yeah, village shop next on right. Hopefully it's open. Hopefully there's some bins there as well, actually. Yay, the village shop is open. Well, it looks like it's open. Or is it? Rubbish time, guys, in the wind. The reason why I put it all in separately is because I check I haven't put anything important in the rubbish bag. Because the other day I put my GPS Garmin 30 in the rubbish bag, and if I just chuck the rubbish bag in the bin, that would be a goner. Yeah, that's it. Okay guys, so I've got some food, drink from that shop. Well, I just videoed, and I'm just going to check that what they charged me is correct. I'm going to add it all up on my calculator. Yeah guys, I just counted it up, and my receipt was just over 28 quid. But I didn't add the chocolate fudge because it didn't have a price on it, so it seems about right. It all seems to add up. Yeah guys, I recommend that shop. Obviously on this shop, I always double check with tourist shops because I know there are shops that are very definitely not honest, but that one obviously was. It had an itemised receipt. I asked for one, but it didn't tell you what the items were. But they do actually put the prices on each of the items in the shop, which is really good, so you know how much you're going to pay. I like that. And there was some local produce in there as well. We've got some honey and some fudge for me and our mum, so that's good. I've walked along here a good few times, not because I wanted to, but because I missed the bus from Ambleside, so I've had to walk all the way from Ambleside to through to Great Langdale. When I've been up Scarfell Pike no end of times. Check this old bridge out. However, looks are not what they seem. This bridge has probably been washed away no end of times and been rebuilt. So it's probably not really that old, but it's probably been a bridge here for a long time, possibly. But yeah, I doubt this has stood here for hundreds of years somehow. It's supposed to be a campsite over here somewhere. I have to say, looks like this campsite is closed. I did check online, and I know one of them along here was closed for the season because of the current situation. So, but there have been quite a few open I've seen, but obviously I've heard, which I kind of knew was going to happen because it's a significant day, the 5th, so that's why I planned my week away just before that. So these things usually happen on certain dates, significant dates. So yeah, that was good planning. It's good to know numerology sometimes, a bit of numerology. Look at that view. God, stunning, isn't it? This is why I used to come to the Lake District so much. So we're breaking the wind at the moment. Yeah, it's been quite windy down this bit. Walkers at Brown Road Farm, Great Langdale, raising some mounts. And they got a cash box here, but guess what? I ain't got any cash on me. I've got a card. Yeah, I can't believe it. Normally carry cash. I'm not carrying cash because of what's going on. It's just that I just didn't get any money out, and that's a shame. But yeah, maybe I can go to a website or something and donate some money for this good cause there. Well guys, I just put my waterproofs back on. It did start spitting the rain and it stopped again, of course. I think I'm going to keep them on at the moment. It's only like about 9 o'clock and my check-in time for the campsite pod is 3 p.m. and up here there might be somewhere I could put the tent up for a bit and I just have a rest and just camp up there for a bit and wait for the pods to be available. So I want to be sitting in the bus stop to 3 a.m. or in a pub, spend all my money in a pub until the pod's available. So I would love to spend spend time in the pub spending money, but I just can't afford it, guys. If I could, I would, because it's good to give money to the local area. Well, I just did. I spent 28 quid buying some local produce and stuff from a independent shop. So like, even though I've been wild camping, I'm stopping at a National Trust campsite, so giving money to the National Trust, and I'm giving money to local shops. I don't think I've ever been up this way, because normally when I miss the bus, a lot of it I walk along the road, and just because I didn't know there was a route up here. I don't even think it was on the OS maps. I can't have been, because I use OS maps, but I've got a route planned out for the unless this is newish. Well, it can't be, can it, because Cumbria Way's been about for ages. But yeah, so I don't believe I've been up here. How about this for a place to live, guys? Off the beaten track, innit? Wow. Apart from all the tourists that come along here, hundreds of them normally. I guess there's none today though, so far. Look at that. God, I'm loving this walk, man. That's so cool. It'd be nice if there's somewhere along here I can stick the tent for a bit. Just chill out and wait for my pod. I'm sure there is. Wow. It is so nice along here. I love this old stone wall along here. I've been to Great Langdale so many times, but I don't think I've ever been along this path. Put my waterproofs on. Since high time since I've had them on, it hasn't really rained. Oh, the path's like a river at the moment. Wow, this is cool along here, really cool. So I decided not to put the tent up and just carry on walking. See if I can check in early. If I can't, just have to sit in a bus stop. That's lovely along here. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, the weather makes it so much more atmospheric for the videos and photos. And I don't know why I've never really took that many photos before with my GoPro, but now I'm realising, yeah, the photograph function on the GoPro is definitely good for Instagram as well, because I've got it constantly connected to the tripod, so there's no messing around, and especially for when it's raining, it's a lot less hassle. But yeah, obviously my Canon G5 Mark II takes a lot better video and photos, but it ain't waterproof, takes more setting up. But when I can, I obviously use my compacts. But so beautiful along here, man. Looking forward to the pod, that's for sure. Right, it seems to be going down now. Just got to be careful coming down here, not using my stick, and I don't know if these stones are slippy with these boots. I've got quite a lot of food in my bag as well, because I've got food for 2 days at the pod, today, tonight and tomorrow night, and food for getting to Keswick tomorrow, not tomorrow, the next day after. Been up the waterfalls up there many times, all the way up to the top. Over the top there's a tarn up there, I can't remember what it's called. Went up that way loads of times as well, right on the top of that peak up there as well, been up there loads of times. So I'm going up through this car park, to go up that waterfall. There's, like it says, tarn right at the top of there. There's a few walks going up. I see a few people going up there today actually. What's the name of the car park here? Stickle Gill. I've been up here so many times. I think I've probably walked along there, Cumbria Way, along this bit as well. I would have thought. There is a shelter up here. It's right at the other end of the car park. So there's a bloody pod or something that's probably sitting in the car park. Actually, yeah, the shelter's still there. I might go up there and sit in it for a second, see if I can get any phone signal. Just have to sit down in there for a bit, because I've still got a couple of hours before I can check in at the campsite. Really hoping I can check in a bit earlier. Over in it. I was doing the spinning around thing. Some people come up and was looking up, wonder what the fuck I was doing, and then I slipped up and fell into the bloody pool. But by then my camera had fallen over, and you obviously missed that bit, but you saw the camera falling over. But after that, I actually fell in a big dip in the pool. Had quite a big deep bit which I didn't see. I went flying. Well, the bus is running today. I can see the bus. The buses are still running. Empty by the looks of it. Practically there. It's just down the bottom from me now, the campsite. But it's still another hour and a half before I should check in, but I'm hoping I can get in there early. If not, just have to wait in bus stop or something, or some shelter. I wonder if this is a shelter. Yeah. It's probably full of bat shit and pigeon shit. Is it a shelter? I don't know what it is. It hasn't got any seats in there. Site. Please consider your fellow campers. Keep noise to a minimum at all times. Sorry, no noise after 11. Well guys, I got my pod. I found it at last. It was difficult finding this. God knows how I can navigate in the mountains. Hey guys, this is inside my pod. I'm happy with it, but there's one major gripe. These don't close when I'm in here. This closes up, this thing here, but look, when I go out and lock the door, you can just open it anyway without the key. Look, Can you see? I can't. I'm having to hold my light at the same time because my fixture broke, as you know. But yeah, look, the lock doesn't lock into any lock. So basically, you lock the door and you can just open it without the key. Like, you don't even need the key. And then that doesn't go in the bottom there either. So I'm just charging some stuff up down there. There are 2 plug sockets, by the way. One for the heater and one to charge your stuff up with. And then you've got a window at the back. 2 LED lights, one pointing up and one pointing down. I think we can probably move those. That doesn't lock either, and that just opens right up. So they're not secure or anything. To be honest, you're just as secure in a tent. But it's nice though. It's out the rain. It's dry. They have a fire alarm in. You're not allowed to cook in here. It's got a carbon monoxide alarm as well. I'll tell you what, guys, it's so windy out there. The pod keeps shaking. I mean, it sounds seriously windy. I'm not sure what the forecast for wind was today because I can't get any signal here.
Guys, I highly recommend staying at a camping pod in Great Langdale National Trust campsite. It was only £30 for a night. Highly recommended. Had a great sleep.